Good. All right. Board of Aldermen work session called to order. Just have one item on the agenda tonight, and it's the discussion of the city website platform. Ms. Wagner.
Actually, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Pate.
Sweet.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Gina Pate, Assistant City Administrator. So tonight we're going to talk about the website. So we are currently, just some background on our website, we are currently in an agreement with Municipal CMS. They also go by Municipal One for our website hosting, and we've been using them since 2011. We actually renewed this agreement through an RFP process in 2018, and we added our facility management software with the Parks and Rec side of things. And then in 22, they provided us a website redesign. So how our website looks like now, that was a big update for navigation and just the way it looks and feels to make it more modern. And then when we were going through this process, we were asking, how can we make user access better for online forms for people to submit things, for us internally tracking report of concerns instead of it coming through an email process. And so Tony with Municipal CMS presented us with different modules that would fit these options. And based on their different options, they have bundles and everything like that, but it would get us over the limit of our spending authority based in the purchasing policy. So that's why we're coming to you tonight to discuss going through an RFQ process. So that's a request for qualifications. So it's a little bit different from the request for proposals, because qualifications, the price would be sealed and we would have an interview process with the top proposals that we receive. And then we would be able to make more specific adjustments and not be making the sole decision based on the cost. We'd be able to look at the product and see, based on the scope of services we wanted, to see if it was the best fit for the city. So based on our review, in the 24 budget, which is for consideration this evening, there is an additional $10,000 included in the proposed budget to enhance the website. And so based on board feedback and staff review, we have a list of the scope of services that we would include. And then we're also looking to you guys for any feedback if anything's missing. If there's certain things that work well with the website that you'd like to see continue, if you would even like to proceed with an RFQ process or just go with the modules that Municipal CMS is offering. So a few things in here in the staff report, things that I'm going to elaborate on. So website hosting, that's the general running of the website. So the internal customer service for website support and training, that would be if we have an issue uploading something or if something isn't running right. We just want to make sure there's customer service for us to go to. Agenda management software for boards and commissions. So currently Linda does everything in a Word document and puts it into a PDF and uploads it. And agenda management software would allow us to build this packet online. So it's a little bit easier than waiting for everything to be in, because you can't make a PDF packet until you have all of the documents. And then content migration, so just making sure it would be a seamless transition to the website, new website. Internal workflows for citizen report system. So that's our report of concern. So how it works right now is citizens or any visitor can put in a report of concern for various reasons, so like a pothole or a policy question, and they'll put their contact information and it'll email certain staff that are listed on the internal facing side. So we'll all get an email. And so the issue with this right now is the fact that if I send an email, I don't know that Linda responded already. So it's a little bit of just performance measurement, and we can start to track, okay, how fast did we respond to this? Instead of like, oh, I'm on vacation, I need to make sure someone else responds. You can all see it in this online workflow. And then also with the online workflow, a lot of that will flow into GIS instead of us having to put it in manually. So it just helps out a little bit with tracking. And then online forms. So say right now we're going through our business license renewals. in this case, if we had an online form, we'd be able to push out, hey, we're doing our business license renewal. You can do it online instead of mailing it and then waiting for people to receive it and then bring back a paper form. It would just help digitize it and then also send it straight to the people that would need to review it. So just basically making that a little bit less manual and a little bit more seamless for the customer and for staff. And then the timing of website upgrades, like I mentioned, Municipal One, they did our website redesign. So a lot of companies will have a certain timeline that they'll do a big update. So you can just make sure your website isn't going out of date. So we don't want to lose track of that. Automation of scheduling content and design. So say on our banner, we change it from winter to spring. Some places you can schedule it, so it's just one less task that staff has to think about. And then internal tracking of website updates. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of every page and you don't know when the last time it was updated, if the information is out of date. So you can see, okay, this was last updated in 2018. We should probably do a refresh of information just to make sure it's not out of date. And then website analytics, just tracking to see the pages and making sure it's being seen. If there's 0 views, is the page needed or do we need to put it somewhere else on the website to get it more views? Obviously, ADA accessibility, we want to maintain that. And then mobile friendly. And then again, we want to keep the piece for the facility management for the Parks and Rec side. So just seeking any feedback from you all, if anything's missing from this list, if you would like to move forward with an RFQ process and what kind of timeline you would be looking at for this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think Melissa and I were the only ones, and Marvin just came on as well. Last time we had this on the agenda. I know John Chillier is here today too, so he has some insight into this. I think the website, I think one of the things we need to put on here for the bulleted list is CRM, so customer relationship management, and then search functionality. A little bit better with our comms management and then communications management, and then AI assistant for if we're looking for things that are all pretty basic things now for a website. I think the current site has it looks nice, but the functionality is not there where other sites are, and that's kind of where we were 5-6 years ago. And I haven't seen drastic improvement when I work in this industry, and I've seen what the industry has done, and we're not there. So that's my 2 cents. Anyone else want to weigh in?
Yeah, I would, Mayor. Gina, I agree exactly with what the mayor said, and that's just a question. If you have any users from outside, right, of the office, outside users that you try to use it sometime, maybe get some input from there too, because I know that, like the mayor mentioned, the search functionality seems to be a lot of calls that I get are, well, and it's on the city website. I was told it's on the website, but can't find it. If I want to look at these meetings right here and the agenda, super easy, right? But other stuff, if y'all want to get down into detail, it's difficult to navigate.
Yeah, the agenda management software that even Clay County is using now is a big improvement for them. And you can see stuff as it gets put in there. So Alderman Russell, if you look at the information staff provided, there is a Board of Aldermen representative on the RFQ committee. I was planning on that being you, since you have been very vocal on comms and website. But also, we will reach out to, we need to reach out to the community, if that's even through our current email list, and say, do a 10-question survey. Like, dislike, we could probably throw something together pretty quickly and get it out to everybody. I appreciate, the work the current company has done. I appreciate they're local, but we need to step it up.
Mayor, I would agree with your comments and Alderman Russell's. From a consumer or a citizen out there navigating our website, I think it is very challenging a lot of times. I know we just had a hyperlink added that we had mentioned in our advisory committee on, okay, where's it at? Well, knowing some of the process, I was able to drill down to it, but I think we do definitely need to make it much more user-friendly for our citizens.
The relationship management piece of it, if I've called 10 times about something, we should probably have a way to track that. We've got voice over IP phones now. We've got call center software. We should be able to track that better. And if it's a permit process, our team should be mobile now. Jack's people, Chuck's people, they should be able to have a tablet and not have to come back to the office to do things.
So does it sound like we ought to look forwards to doing an RFQ then and see what's out there and what kind of response we get? And
Anybody not want to do an RFQ?
No, I think it's good.
I mean, with the upgrade with the police software even and all the stuff we're upgrading, we need to make sure it's all seamless and works together.
We need to stay up to date.
And if we can have internet versus
Mhm.
external access because I know you guys have VPN access right now, but there's some stuff you should have privileged access to. When you're off site, you need to grab something. You shouldn't have to get on your computer, get on VPN, do all that work to add an update to the agenda if you're thinking about something.
And then what kind of timeline? Is this something we're gonna look at? Early winter, in the spring?
I mean, it depends on how long it's gonna take you guys to draft it. I mean, it's a good fall ball thing. So if you guys can get it out there, get it out there. Your timeline.
Okay. And then I heard Alderman Russell as the representative.
For now, yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
Do we need anybody on here from Jack's department, or is Myra kind of covering public works and development? Is
Probably
code,
wouldn't hurt to have,
Mhm.
we may
got
review
code
that staff
enforcement.
committee as well and maybe move that around a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeant Henry's a good one. I don't know about Matt. You might want to get somebody else. He's using AI for everything.
Oof.
Me and Matt send text messages through AI. We don't talk to each other. Yeah, I do too. So we use for the description. It looks good. Works. All right.
All right, thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you all for that feedback. We appreciate it. It's helpful to hear your thoughts on that and help us put together what we need to.
The top
to do
calls
there
I
as well.
get is for stuff on the website or
Yep.
texts or phone calls where I can't find this. Where's it at? It's tough. So, all right. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the work session. Thank
Second.
you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. We stand adjourned. See y'all in a couple minutes.